Let's go. Welcome back.
New Year, same bullshit.
We're live,
Live.
dude.
Of
Welcome.
course we are.
Holy shit, guys.
Months.
What do we even say? How do you even start? What do we do?
You're a natural, dude. I trust you.
Well, we're literally live, so.
Okay, well, good. Get in and out then.
What's
No
up,
thoughts.
everyone? I am Sam, and on the other end of the phone, we still have Nicole.
Hello.
And we're Film Crawl. We're back. This is what, season 2, I guess. Suppose kinda. We didn't really do a season, so
Yeah, I don't know. Year 3. After the apocalypse. We're in our little loft.
Post-apocalypse fucking podcast.
We're the voices on the radio, that are crackling in and out. Come to this location.
We have food and shelter. Man,
electricity.
we're still fucking doing calls, doing the pod over a Discord call. So, as always, if there's any technical difficulties, we're sorry.
Oh, God.
We can't control the internet.
Please hold.
We can only do so much. But yeah, we I guess first off, Happy New Year to everyone listening.
2021, baby.
2021's our year.
We're not even doing an apocalypse movie. That should have been our first movie back.
It really should have.
Day after tomorrow,
Jakey. Oh my gosh. 2021's our year, dude. It's everyone's year. Next week, 2022. I got it. Don't worry.
We're going on a hiatus. You got it.
But I guess we wanted to thank you guys for one, coming back to listen. Two, sticking around and messaging us where we're at.
Yeah, we didn't lose followers.
I know. We told you guys we were coming back. So a lot of things hit the fan towards the end of the year, okay? And I got married. Nicole.
That's not hitting the fan.
No, I know, but I just meant like scheduling wise.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Nicole got back her job, thank God.
And I moved.
And COVID was still here.
And then holidays, and then.
Damn, yeah. So Happy New Year, guys. We're practicing though because we're gonna queue up, okay? So if stuff hits the fan, we'll have episodes out. So
we're gonna be more responsible this year. 2021 is our year.
All last year we talked about we're gonna queue up. We're just gonna release episodes.
2 episodes a week. We got you. We're coming.
Yeah. Hey, we did that grind. We did.
We did. Dude, I just thought of the grinding meme again.
But yeah, so we're starting the year off. The first episode back. We're gonna do a happy movie. Kinda.
I got some hot takes, I think.
Hot takes coming in. Pixar's Soul, man.
Subtle drop.
It didn't cost me $20 to watch it, so that's the only reason why I watched it. Unlike Mulan.
Oh, you paid for Mulan.
I didn't pay for it, but I'm telling you, I wouldn't have watched this if they did that garbage again.
Yeah, they're learning.
They're only doing it because Wonder Woman was free on HBO Max, dude.
All right, well, we can't have Warner Bros. Come after us, dude. So save it for the next episode.
Yeah, we'll save it for the next one. But yeah, we're doing Pixar's Soul. I didn't even know Jamie Foxx was in it. I didn't even know what this movie was about. I actually thought it was a sequel to Inside Out, so that's how much I knew.
I mean, it kind of had that vibe, right?
Like, is it like the non-official sequel to Inside Out?
Dude, watch. The theories are going to be coming out. Same universe.
They have to be, dude.
I know.
They're just different blobs,
Different blobs. That's our soul, dude. Don't just call them blobs.
They did have less detail than the Inside Out characters.
Well, because they were supposed to be, yeah, they're like all being, like they're
Mm,
not fully formed yet.
but
That's
our
the
emotions are
message.
fully formed.
No, I think the whole point of the Soul like 22 and stuff was like finding out what character. I guess that's another conversation by itself because it's like, okay, these like instructors pick the emotions for them, or are our emotions destined? You know what I mean, bro? Take a puff.
Holy shit, dude! I didn't know
We
you were
haven't
gonna
even
hit the take right now,
no on okay. So one hot take, not a hot take, but like that didn't even sound like Jamie Foxx.
dude.
I didn't even know it was him.
Dude, it wasn't, dude.
Wait,
Theory,
what do you say?
dude, it wasn't him.
No, don't. What are you saying?
I'm
Government
just, I'm
conspiracy?
just kidding.
Okay.
Did he? Did they? This was in the making for a while, right? It's
Yeah,
not.
I do remember
It's not
hearing
like they
about
did
it.
the voice acting like this year.
No, they. I mean, with all of these movies, right? They like make the sketches like 10 years in advance, and then get the voice actors. I honestly don't know exactly how it works, but
Yeah.
they recorded it like a few years ago, I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
And then they come back in if they needed, B-roll. I don't know.
That's true. I don't know. I will say this movie, the fucking animation, bro. It's
Top tier or
it's
what?
getting out of hand, dude. It's too good now. It's too
Okay,
good
dude.
now.
Hot take number one. I wish the souls looked different. I didn't like how they looked.
That's what I was gonna get into, bro.
Hell yeah, bro. Okay, get that segue in.
So we're talking about Inside Out, right? And
Okay, yeah.
I said those characters were like, they had like clothes and shit, right?
Yeah, they have personality.
Do you like? I mean, obviously you just told me, but did you like this design of like? So Brooke brought up a funny point when we were watching it. She was like, "Are they like less designed because they were work from home?" But this movie's probably been rendering
Oh,
for like 20 years. So, um, but I thought
okay.
it
Well,
brought up an interesting point about that. Was like they're not as detailed at all, really, compared to the real world and Inside Out.
yeah, I just didn't. I honestly didn't like 22's character design
Yeah, me
because
neither.
they were supposed to be obviously like different and more rebellious than the other souls, but like I didn't like how they made them. Just
Like
because, like,
I
I
just
don't
realized
know.
she's floating.
Yeah,
I
you
thought
got
she had legs the whole time.
yeah. I saw some concept designs, like concept sketches of what the souls would look like on Twitter right before this episode because I needed to know the names. Uh, and I liked those better than what was in the movie.
Mm. Well,
I got heated.
you bring up a funny point. Like they're not. I don't feel like Joe Gardner and 22 are memorable.
Mm. Well, but okay, it makes more sense for Joe Gardner. Like that was his character arc, kind of like he thought he was living his life for his purpose, his music, but he wasn't really living, bro. He was living a menial life. He
Fuck,
wasn't
dude.
really living.
Just like all of us this past year, dude.
Exactly. They had to hit it. Like, why do they have to hit so hard at the end of the year?
Dude, this movie's been rendering for probably like 5 years. I'm
I
calling
know.
it. Pixar knew about COVID. They knew ahead of time.
Dude, okay, next week there's no film crawl. We're completely wiped from Spotify. They're on to our FBI agents right now listening to our phone.
They're breaking in the door right now. Yeah, I don't, dude. I just think the animation is top tier. Like this is
Yeah.
extremely next level. The fucking like fabric from his sweater,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you could see every like basically all the fuzzies and shit that get on. Those like wool sweaters that he wears.
Yeah. I like the in his I think it was his classroom,
Mm-hmm.
the portraits of the jazz or in the jazz club, the portraits of the jazz players and bands and stuff on the wall.
Yeah,
Those looked awesome.
yeah. It's actually this movie was really really good looking, and I honestly didn't like when we were in the Soul world because I liked how good the animation was in the real world.
Mm.
And
You know what Pixar is doing? They're really innovating light like capture
you
and
think,
how movies or color, like how movies express themselves through color.
yeah,
They really hone in on that. Like when the reds and the blues, they've done it with Ratatouille, they did it with Inside Out, they're
hmm,
doing it here. I mean, like that's, next level clearly.
well, I mean, I feel like the first one that I really thought about when you said that was Coco, dude.
Coco, I just recently watched that one actually.
I watched that on my TV. I mean, my TV's not new now, but when it came out, right,
Yeah, yeah.
and the colors, like, holy shit,
Yeah,
the
that's a pretty
colors in
movie.
that movie are just amazing. Um,
Well, okay, that's actually a good kind of comparison. I know we hate doing those things, but like there's a spirit world in Coco,
right,
and I know the soul world isn't exactly the spirit world, but it's kind of the same thing of like this in between limbo thing.
right.
And like you see Coco and how much like life and vibrancy is in that, and here it's just kind of like maybe that was the point, and people can argue against that, but like yeah, when I was in the soul world, like you, yeah, I was like, okay, well, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I wasn't I didn't want to be in it, and that kind of ruined the movie. Not it didn't ruin the movie for me, but it kind of just
Yeah,
like made me not enjoy it as much. Like I wouldn't want to come back and watch this a lot. Like Coco, I've seen like four
yeah.
times, and
Yeah,
I
like so I didn't feel anything when I was in that world, which is
yeah
kind of against the point, I think.
yeah exactly. And the only time I really like felt connected a little bit to these worlds was like the when you're in like the flow state and you like
Yes.
go in. Um, but again, to your point, like it just feels kind of empty, and I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know. Like obviously, it's a design choice or whatever, or maybe it was resources, or I don't know. But it just didn't feel like as exciting. And I'm trying to think of like Inside Out, and Inside Out had like the multiple like theme parks, right, or whatever per. But we
Oh
never.
yeah,
But you
different
never really
levels.
go in those either, do you?
I mean, no, there were a couple that she went through. Um on to be fair, I didn't like Inside Out is not one of my like I didn't hate that movie, but I'm kind of like, whatever. Like I okay.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't see.
and I feel the same with this. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay, yeah. Like the one there were a lot of good jokes in this movie and that were also relevant to our world today, and it's like they're getting better at making it more adult humor even though it's a family friendly movie kind of.
oh, definitely,
um
yeah,
yeah, but when Mittens the cat, when it like jump cuts to his soul like on the ladder to the beyond, that I
yeah.
thought that was funny, but that's just I like that kind of stuff.
Well, I think like you said, there's so many. This is more of like an adult film than a kid.
Hmm.
Like a kid, I don't think a kid's not gonna grasp this.
Okay, yeah, and it's like, but okay, there were a lot of points in the movie where I felt like this sounds really harsh, but I was like, okay, what are we trying to learn here? What are we doing? I was kind of con- confused as to what the point of this movie is.
I guess it's just to find joy in life, right? It's not even like find the meaning of yourself, like the movie thinks it is, right? Or
Uh-huh.
like they tell you what it is. I think it's just finding the joy in everyday stuff because he thinks his purpose is to just play jazz,
Yeah.
and then by the end she's like, what are you gonna do, the Jerry or whatever, and
Hmm.
he's like, I don't know, like he
Okay.
that's kind of
Okay.
weird ending, but I think that's what I got out of it.
Well, I didn't like that. The whole movie they kind of played into him being a teacher, and I thought that was what he was going to come back
Yeah,
to.
I thought so
You,
too. Yeah.
especially with the Trump. I think she was playing trumpet.
Mhm.
His student, whatever student she was.
Yeah.
Or like they really missed an opportunity with bringing 22 back. If they really made it to Earth, why can't we see that reunion between them and Joe?
Yeah, I
You know what I
mean,
mean? I
w-
kind of wanted that.
when you come out, when you come off the soul journey and you go to Earth, are you a baby?
Exactly. They don't explain that.
Or is it like the person down on Earth like is finding their soul, right? And they like I don't
You could be a tree, you could be a cat. Like that's what they were, giving us these whole things. You could be music.
no
That
no
would have been
you
really cool.
no universe continuity fucking
Yeah.
trash movie, dude. Oh
5
my.
shots.
No, I don't know. There was some of those questions that I had, and I did see like an interview with one of the creative directors on it, and they said that they had multiple arcs where Joe and 22 meet. Um,
Then keep it on the docks then.
I
When you
don't
have
know.
that
Yeah,
idea, if it's there, I don't know.
I guess it
But
wasn't worthy, dude.
if honestly, if souls could come back, or if there was this thing where music was or not his life, but you know what I mean, like where music could be animated, that would
Mm-hmm.
have been really cool. I thought that would be cool.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the ending is him walking into a jazz club or walking into a school, and he hears a band, and it's like maybe the students are bad but they're happy about playing. That's a message.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Missed opportunity again. Why aren't we hired? We're not getting tech.
I thought his thing was gonna be music, obviously, or like teaching, but um, I guess it wasn't anything, right? It was just learning
I gotta
the
yeah, I gotta
joys
read
of life.
articles about it.
It was just like the learning of like how he learned how much 22 enjoyed his life for those
Because
days.
they were experiencing it for the first time, but as you go through life, that's when the hardships like come at you.
Yep.
And that's what either kills your dreams or makes you more motivated. That I think that's the point of life. And 22 didn't live that.
You're right. Yeah, it was kind of like shortcutted, huh? It was like, oh, she enjoyed a fucking bagel. It's like good job, dude.
Yeah, we all like pizza. Okay, we get it, 22.
Now fucking pay off my debts, okay? Tell me how to do it.
Tell me how it feels when that pizza burns your mouth and it ruins your whole meal. And you can't,
No, it ruins your next 3 meals. You can't taste anything.
or you drop it like as you're walking away.
Yeah.
Like give me that experience.
Yeah,
Missed
so
opportunity.
I think you're right. Like it's kind of like, oh, she enjoyed life so much or whatever, or she found like joy in it, even though she never even knew what it was like though, because she never got down there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I
so-
guess the joke with her was kind of like the whole movie. With all of her mentors, she was kind of like, well, yeah, I kind of know what life is, and it looks like it sucks.
Yeah, which is the truest thing ever. They said that. I think that was like in the beginning, huh? She was like, I don't want to go down there to Earth. It's garbage, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
being human kind of seems like it sucks, and it's like, okay, yeah, it is. But what? Okay, what are you going to teach us about it? And I looked at a leaf and my life has changed. I don't know. I don't know.
I just thought
Okay.
I find it funny. Like they should have had her get like rejected. Like
At the end?
no, like she went down as a soul, right, into someone, and then her soul was so shitty it got like sent back, and then Joe had to like, so she lived life, right?
Mm.
I don't know, it would totally change the movie, but like say she had lived in someone's life and she was like, yeah, like my life was shitty, I was poor, blah blah blah, and she was like this dejected soul, and then Joe had to like show her the fun in life, even though like things suck, but like that would have been, I guess it's the same like moral of the story, right? But
Right.
adds more element because you know that she's already done it, whereas the way it is, it's like she's just walking around New York for the first
Yeah,
time.
and it would keep us on Earth more with your way.
Yeah, exactly.
Or if they would have even sent her into that student. I really thought they were gonna go there, kind of.
Dude,
Of like,
that's interesting. Yeah.
yeah, of like, okay, the student obviously likes what she pretends that she hates it. She's a teenager. She hates everything.
Mm-hmm.
But she really wants to play music, and it's like, okay, give me a moment in the film where they all swap. I don't know. There was just something missing, especially okay when they mention they mentioned a few times Joe's wife, or we don't even know, Lisa,
Yeah, like that's
and they
never.
never go
Yeah.
back to that.
Yeah.
Of like, okay, what happened there, and that your life kind of that mattered to you in your life, so we need that moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dang, yeah. The more we talk about it, I'm like, do I like this movie?
Yeah, I mean, I the more my score's changing, dude.
I know.
I loved the aspect of like him like the La La Land aspect. Like he wanted to
Yes.
be a jazz player, and I was like, damn, and I like the music and everything.
Yeah.
And then we spent time in the astral realm.
Uh-huh.
You're right. I don't know. I feel like there's some like story cutting, or like maybe it just wasn't. It didn't come together like I thought it was gonna be, but I feel like
Yeah.
it could have been more dynamic
Yes.
instead of this like, oh, they can't teach her how to find her spark type thing, which is interesting as well. And I liked your point. Like, do we just get these things just assign our personalities or whatever?
Yeah. Or like, are we, like, do we make them ourselves? Like, what we have the base, the groundwork for what we're gonna be, but as we live through life, like we learn, okay, this is what's for me, and like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And okay, I guess I don't know if this is like a dislike session. We're just discussing the movie,
The whole
right?
pod.
Yeah. Well, okay. I not that they're. I'm gonna say stuff and you have to translate for me because you're good at that.
All right.
There wasn't, not that there wasn't chemistry. The voice acting was good. I'm not knocking that. But when I was watching the scenes, I felt more emotion and kind of laughed more with Joe and the sign swinging guy than with Joe in 22.
I feel that. I feel that a lot, honestly.
And that makes me kind of annoyed.
Does that make me a psychopath if I connect more with the dude on drugs that flips hot dog signs or whatever?
What does that say about our life? We're just zoned out and we're finding our zen.
That dude is me, dude. The whole year. Like,
no, I'm the Wall Street guy.
Oh my god.
Who gets thrown back into his job and he's like, I'm free. That's me.
Yeah. That was interesting, but I get what you're saying. I don't really feel anything for the characters, honestly.
I didn't feel for 22.
Yeah, I didn't.
I kind of felt for Joe.
I honestly didn't feel for 22 because I'm telling you, she didn't live through it and get crushed. She just chose that she hated it before it even happened. So there's like no like real redemption. It's just the only
experience.
The only time that happens is halfway through the movie, but because they accidentally swapped or whatever. Like so I guess it's dynamic in that sense, but that was only for a short period. It wasn't like a full.
Yeah, I cared more about Mittens. I was like, well, that's lame that Mittens is on the Beyond. He didn't ask for that.
Yeah, so you literally, if you jump in and land on someone else, you just kill them.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's like, oops, my bad. They come back.
Just fucking die. I also didn't think he was gonna die so early.
Yeah, okay, that was a cool sequence. That gave me extreme anxiety. I knew they were obviously foreshadowing it to something, but...
Yeah, he's like walking across the street with all the cars.
The piano dropping, that was cool.
Those...
You know who I liked?
Who?
Was Terry, the accountant. The other
Yes, I liked him a lot, yeah.
Nothing to see here. Thank you. Fucking little petty ass.
Yeah, he was a funny character. I'm telling you, dude, a lot of the jokes were adult-based jokes.
Yeah.
And even like we're talking about this story, like, I don't know, I think it's too... A kid is just going to take, like, oh, I should play music for...
Or they're going to be like, ooh, kitty. That's,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
there wasn't anything else for them to kind of grasp onto. If I was a 10, 13-year-old watching this, I would kind of feel bored.
Watch it with Kiki and tell me.
So I asked my sister and I were actually talking about it, and I was like, I bet Kiki was bored. My niece is 7,
Yeah.
and she's like, no, she liked the cat scenes. She liked when he was a cat, and I was like, okay, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the only thing she could care about.
Yeah. And even my sister literally like sent me the Disney merch of like they literally have cups of Mittens in the as a blob in the other realm. They have cups like
Oh
that now.
my god, really?
That's their merch. That's your merch.
Because
So
Joe Gardner and 22 are the least memorable characters they've made, bro. I'm just saying
exactly.
it now, dude.
I know that's why it's a hot take. I think people are gonna hate, but like, really think about it. Maybe we need to rethink about it, hear new opinions. But
Maybe we need new souls.
exactly. Oh my god, we're gonna wake up.
But overall, though, like it's getting good reviews, really good reviews. And do you think that's just happening because of the year, or do you think like people just needed like something to like relax to, kind of?
Yeah, that kind of stuff is hard to talk about because I'm not experienced in movie critique or animation, you know, so I feel really like inadequate talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I really think it's just like it is one of the better movies that have come out in the last couple of years. It's not horrible, but like if it would have came out last year, it would have been like, yeah, it would have been boring, honestly.
And then on the other hand, you have a huge feature film, Wonder Woman,
Yeah.
that's getting absolutely railed.
Yeah. Well, you watched it, right?
I haven't watched it yet as of recording.
Okay, well, yeah, as of recording, next episode, Wonder Woman 84, going in blind.
But it's interesting to me. I feel like, and animated movies are always hard for us, for Nicole and I, and not because I mean it's also I think it is because we don't know really like the behind the scenes. I just know that these scenes take forever to render, and there's a lot of work involved in these. But just going like the animated movies always make me feel good, anyways.
Yes.
You know, I felt good watching this. I don't want anyone to get the wrong like vibe.
Exactly. This one is better than Onward, I think.
Wow, really? I thought I enjoyed Onward a little bit more.
Okay, I think this is better than Onward, but it does have that same problem of voice acting of like they could have gotten like you need to expand your casting or something. I like Jamie Foxx was great, but like Tina Fey as 22, I'm kind of like, can we get another like voice trope? You know, she's following that same Inside Out trope of like peppy, sarcastic. You know, like white woman voice, and I need something other than that.
It was interesting that it was her because I was expecting it to be an actual teenager voice actor.
Yeah, that would have been cool too. Yeah,
because that's the vibe that 22 is, right? Like a bratty teenager, in a way.
Yes. Yep. That's their personality because they don't want to leave what's comfortable to them. That's a whole nother lesson in and of itself of like staying where you're comfortable.
Yeah.
They didn't expand on that.
Right, which Joe has been, and basically every character in the movie.
I didn't. Yeah, that was a hit. I didn't realize. I like until I said it. Yeah, that's exactly. But they don't evolve on that. Was Terry, who played Terry's voice? I got Taika Waititi vibes. You know, I got Korg vibes. I think that's why I liked him.
Let me see, cause some of them.
Alan Tudyk, bet. He literally does every.
Was his name
thing.
Terry or Jerry?
Jerry were the instructors. I believe Terry was the accountant.
It's a girl. Let me see.
Oh, what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the rest were Terry and he was Jerry.
Rachel House is Jerry.
Who is that? I actually don't know.
Or is Terry, but yeah, it's Terry.
That's crazy.
Jerry were the instructors, I believe.
Dang. Okay. Cool. Yeah,
It's super good.
that was good voice right there.
Oh my gosh,
And like,
Graham Norton was the voice.
ooh, I love Graham Norton.
Moonwind? Who's that?
Who is that? His interviews are really good. He's a good interview night show host in
Oh
Britain.
yeah, he's top tier.
Yeah, he's
He
like,
beats some of the U.S. night shows for
oh
easily.
yeah, oh yeah. James Corden, who? Bye.
Get out, get out. God, we just shit on random people with this show.
I know. Always, we're back, baby. We're back.
We're back.
Randomly bring up actors that aren't involved in the movie whatsoever.
Well, I don't know. I think Nicole and I just want to talk to you guys. So
Yeah, this. I like this episode though. This is good.
reach out to us, like on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram.
What are we missing? What point of life are we missing?
I guess a lot of a lot of the points. But overall, I'm just gonna give you my TLDR before we start wrapping it up. You know, like
I love those.
I had a good time watching it. When the more I think about it and talk about it, I actually lose faith in the film, which sucks. Because when we talked here, I had a score obviously coming in, and I think I changed it.
Okay, that happens sometimes.
And overall, am I gonna watch this over something like Inside Out or Coco or any? No, it ranks low on that list on the rewatchability.
Yeah.
But technically, you know, technically speaking, like the animations, the fucking lighting is amazing to watch. So like this picture I have on the screen, and if you're watching on YouTube and Nicole can't see it, but it's him when he's walking across the street with all the cars. And I just look at the shadows and like the ground lighting and how the floor's kind of wet, and it just looks so real. That's good.
Yeah.
That was really fun to watch. So I'm interested to hear what your shot you love is, because I have one.
You have one, okay.
But that's it, you know. That's my TLDR. That
was a good one. I mean, I can't add or take anything away from that. That's kind of mine too.
All right, dude.
Like I'm not gonna rewatch this movie. Like, and that makes me sad. But
you know, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Speaking of rewatching, and this is 30 minutes too late into the episode, but if you're a true fan of the crawlers, and you're a true crawler here, and you made it this far, the Tenet episode is happening still. I know some people have asked, but I got it for Christmas, so I'm gonna rewatch it again.
Oh, okay. Honestly, invite me over and we'll rewatch it and then record that one. Honestly, I'm down to do that.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Because I do need to rewatch it before we do an episode.
Yeah. Jerry, get it on the calendar.
Yeah, thanks. Take note, Carol.
Carol got fired from my services.
She's currently staying with me. She's helping with rent. It's fine for right now, but it's getting on my nerve.
We now have Jerry over here. So. Well, let's get into the scores, dude. First things first, shots we love, and then our shot score. If you're new here, wow, you made it really far.
Hey.
0 on Film Crawl is the best movie you've ever seen. 5 being blacked out drunk like you probably wore on New Year's Eve. So, Nicole, do you want me to go first with shot you love?
Yeah, I didn't expect you to have one, because I don't exactly have.
It's underrated, bro. It's underrated.
Okay, all right. You usually pick those ones.
He walks in.
You go first.
He walks into the jazz club for the first time.
As a kid?
No. And he sees Doretha. What's her name?
Oh, Dorothea. I think. Yeah, you got it.
And she's playing the sax, and the lighting
the
and
shadows.
that's so good in that scene. This shit looks real, dude. I'm just like obviously the people don't look real, but like the objects.
Yeah, the character design was kind of interesting. That's something we kind of didn't talk about, but it was. I didn't hate it, but it was interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like it or not.
Yeah, I'm with you with that. I didn't even bring it up because I don't have much comments on it.
Yeah, exactly. So a little thrown in there.
But yeah, that's my shot. I literally said stuff out loud when I saw it. I was like, holy shit!
Oh,
Like the
oh, okay.
reflections, the fingerprints on the sacks, like everything. Um, I just appreciate the amount of work that takes.
Nice.
But then,
Always a man for the arts.
what's
The
yours?
behind the scenes, the sound, the art. Yeah. Mine is. I don't know if you could call this a shot. I like when I don't even know how to describe it. When they leave. Okay, remember when the guy in the barber shop that was giving Joe crap?
Yeah,
Remember when Terry like accidentally took him instead?
yeah,
And you see him kind of like floating and it's like black and grayed out, but
mm-hmm.
it's like it looks like a clay version of us, of like a human, of of himself. That happened with Joe and
Right.
the
That
cat
happened to
as
them
well.
too. Yeah.
I liked those scenes a lot. The art in that one was really like jarring,
Mm-hmm.
and it seemed like I was in a laboratory, like looking at, I don't know, like looking at life. And that was like one of the few moments where I was like, "Whoa, okay, this can go somewhere. This movie can go
Right.
somewhere." And then, so I liked that scene.
Yeah, I'm with you with that. I think it's like they basically grayscale the character, and
Yeah,
like they have no life in them, which is we've seen in other animations, but um this one felt more like Medusa, like they were like petrified type thing.
yeah, yes,
It was
yeah,
interesting. I actually kind of thought about it too when I saw that. I was like, oh, that's unexpected, I guess, for me.
yes, exactly, yeah, exactly, yeah,
Um, because typically in like animations, you see like things that reoccur in the film. You know, like they use it later, and that was
yeah.
kind of like just used and then like not really used again. I mean, it was used like one other time, but it was just kind of out of nowhere.
And it wasn't used as a joke. Usually they use that kind of stuff as a joke, but it
Mm-hmm.
was
Mm-hmm.
it was a very serious, like, oh shit, like, okay, it
Right.
kind of brought our attention back to the movie of like, okay, this is what's at stake.
Yeah, I seriously thought there was going to be some serious circumstances here, and I thought he was actually
Yeah.
going to sacrifice himself, and that was it.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was for it, honestly.
Yes.
Um,
Same.
but you know, they can't kill the kids.
Yeah.
Um, well, that leaves us to our shot scores. Um, 0 again being the
Yeah.
best movie ever, 5 being Blacked Out Drunk. I came
Oof.
in with the episode at a 2.
Okay.
I'm moving it down to a 3, dude. 3 out of
Dang.
5, and that's like middle.
Okay.
What is that average for us?
That's a little worse
Below
than average,
average.
but not
Yeah,
that bad.
yeah.
Like, it's like, eh. Yeah.
But like I had mentioned before, guys, it's a fun film. I mean, it's if you freaking have Disney Plus. I know you do. So just go watch it. It's not like you got to pay, $20 to watch it. So
No,
uh,
everybody, they don't have it anymore because Mando's over.
oh, that's right. That's right.
That's true.
Okay, next December when
Yeah.
Mando comes out, go watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, seriously, I was gonna cancel my membership,
Oh shit.
but since since all the Marvel films are coming out, I'm just keeping
Well,
it.
and they dropped all those Star Wars
And all this,
bangers.
yeah, I gotta
That-
fund them somehow, dude.
Hey, Obi-Wan, Anakin's coming back. You guys underappreciated him.
That's another episode, dude. Another episode.
Save.
Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this. The first episode back. We're super rusty,
Good.
but it feels good to get the old the mouths
cords.
moving and the wheezes back. Next week, we don't know what it is. We never do. But we are queuing up. So when this drops and you're listening to it, it's probably been a little bit since we recorded. So you got to keep up with all the current behind the scenes stuff that happens.
Hey.
And that is on our social medias at Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Instagram being the most posted on.
Are you still on Facebook? Are we still on Facebook?
We are. But we're hoping for a little short, like 2021, like goals. I think we're just hoping to maybe dive into some other things.
Yeah.
while providing the normal episodes. So that is the whole goal with trying to get ahead of the game. So we do thank you guys for like sticking and staying around, and let us know what the hell you listen to. I think podcasts were kind of lacking in listening hours because everyone's at home. So
Substance.
you know, I listen to my podcast in the car, and that's my main source.
Yeah.
So
True.
but we will see you guys next Tuesday. Make sure to subscribe, like, follow, blah blah blah, retweet,
Email,
anything, and we will definitely reach back out to you guys. All right, peace out.
Bye.